morning, friends. I hope that you're having a great day. I am so excited to talk to you today about Toy Story Midway Mania in Toy Story Land in Disney's Hollywood Studios, Orlando, Florida. I will also say that I am all snuggled in here. I got my cuddle blankies, I got my hot chocolate, and we're ready to go. So, that being said, part of the reason I am so excited to talk with you about this is because Toy Story Midway Mania is set up beautifully for a manual push wheelchair. And what I mean by that is that the queue lines are wide enough. This ride kind of was created during what I'm going to say was like probably a sweet spot time where we understood, or I guess we people that live in the land of wheelchairs have always understood, but the general public had a greater understanding for some of the basic needs for folks that need wheelchairs. So that being said, the queue lines are wide enough. So you'll be able to go to the queue. If you have a lightning lane, the lightning lane queue is fine. The regular queue is wide enough and is not all crazy up and down or anything like that, so you're good to go there. The only thing is you'll get to a point right before there's like stairs that go up and they bring you over the ride and then back down. Obviously you will not be going over those. There's usually a cast member standing there to tell you to go off, I believe it's right down the hall or straight forward, depending where you are. If the cast member isn't there, there is a sign, and it'll send you off into a separate loading area so that you don't need to feel rushed or anything, which is lovely. So the queue is great. I will say the rides are compliant for like no transfer. You can go right in with your chair if you have a manual chair. If you have an electric chair, or I call them scooters, but and I think it's an ECV is the technical term, but you would not be able to take that onto the ride most likely, simply because of how it's set up. But they do have transferabilities too. The cool thing about this ride, so you'll go down the hallway, so that you don't have to worry about the stairs situation, and then you may have to wait a little bit for a car, you may not. It just depends on how many people need, well, basically like crowd capacity, right? Like how many people are there, how many people are already using the cars, and just like anything else. It could be very fast. There could be wheelchair accessible cars right there waiting for you, or you may have to wait 5-10 minutes. That being said, it's really cool. The wheelchair accessible cars, you'll be able to ride next to one other person, and in a regular car there's a bench seat, and if you're going to transfer in, you'll transfer into a car with a bench seat. So if you're not going to drive your chair in there, it's a different situation. So if you're driving your chair in, part of that bench seat actually pulls out, and the back of the ride vehicle folds down into like a ramp, and then the cast member actually has your family member go up in first and sit down, and then they will push you in. You'll secure your brakes. They have tie downs and like a little safety bumper that goes behind you. They put everything up, like obviously refold the ramp back up, put the car back together. Everything snaps together real nice, and they will lower down the I'm gonna call it the game shooter, because Toy Story Midway Mania is a game, and you pull this little ball. So to truly enjoy it the way it's meant to be enjoyed, you do have to be able to pull the ball to be able to shoot the Toy Story characters games to get points. It's like a fun game where you play against the person next to you, and whoever gets more points is the winner. Or if you want to play it that way, we just, my family's not as competitive, so we just kind of root for each other and see who can get the highest, right? So that being said, um, it's very accessible. You can ride in your chair. It does spin you in between each game. So you'll get to a spot and there'll be like a little game to play, and then it'll like spin you, and then you'll pull the little trigger. It's like this little ball, boop boop boop, and then it'll spin you again. So you just kind of have to be ready to be like spun. But outside of that, it's fine. It's not bumpy. It's smooth, but the spinning might be just a little surprise. I would not say jarring in the least bit. This is not a jarring ride, but it is, like I said, it makes my heart happy to be able to say that this is one where if you have a standard manual push chair, you'll be able to roll right on, no issue. They even double check. So once you get out of your load-in area, this is you in your load-in area, and like you'll go around and you'll meet up with the other cars. The cast members will double check to make sure all your safety stuff is good to go, and then you'll go off with the other cars. So super exciting. Love that you don't have to get out of the chair. If you are unable to get out of the chair or transfer, this is a ride for you. So yes. That being said, like I said, I'm just so excited. Having grown up in a family where my father was at certain points unable to transfer out of a chair without a Hoyer lift, this would have been a ride that he would have enjoyed and been able to do, and it did not exist when we went. I was too young. My daughter is easily able to transfer in and out, so that's not a concern for us. But having grown up in a family where that would have been a huge concern, it makes me so happy to know that this would have been a ride that Dad could have enjoyed. So that being said, I hope you're enjoying planning for your trip. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to comment below, like and subscribe. It makes my heart happy to know that I'm able to help you out in some way. So please, again, feel free to comment below, and I'll make whatever videos you may need to help with your trip. All right, have a great day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye!